I've been thinking a lot recently, and it seems to me the biggest problem that we've got as a country at the moment is that there is a massive lack of respect. Like, nobody respects anything anymore. Like, people don't respect their communities. People don't respect their jobs. They don't have respect for their work. They don't even have respect for like the things that should mean stuff to them. Like, they don't respect their families anymore. They don't respect their partners. And so because they've completely like lost respect, it's like I think to myself, well, most of the issues that we face as a society would be solved if people had a bit more respect, not just like for each other, but for their community, the world that they live in. And not just that, but having respect, not just for the sake of having respect or to say I'm a respectful person, but having respect because you realise that if we all have some element of respect, then things work a lot easier. I'll come on to that in a moment. But it's like, I don't think that for us little people at the bottom, I don't think it's our problem. We weren't the ones that started this cycle of disrespect. It's like, right, so if somebody doesn't respect their boss, the question is, does their boss respect them? And if your boss doesn't respect you, you're not going to respect your boss. You're not going to respect the company that you're working for. You're not going to have respect for the projects that you're working towards. You're just not going to respect them. So because nobody's got any respect for you and what you're doing, are you really in a position to give respect to anybody else? Do you want to give respect to anybody else? You know, respect needs to be earned, and like anything else that's earned, it takes hard work to earn it. You know, you don't just get it like that. It's just not automatic because you think that you deserve it. You have to earn it. You have to earn respect. So it's like, if you look at political leaders, this is another example. It's like, if they don't give a about your community, why would you put in any effort? You know, it's like, if they don't care about the communities that they serve, if they don't have respect for the communities that they serve, if they don't have respect for their electorate, why would anybody respect them? Because when it comes to politicians, that's a root of disrespect to politicians. It's not that it's the fact that, you know, it's like they're taking bribes and they're getting kickbacks and stuff like that, and people don't respect that. I don't respect that. You don't respect that. And you can't give respect to somebody unless they actually earn it, unless they do something for their community. And if they don't have that respect, then you're kind of like, you're not going to respect them. Same as with your partner. If you don't respect your partner, they will not respect you. It is as simple as that. If you don't respect your family members, they're not going to respect you. If you don't respect anybody in your community, they're not going to respect you. If you don't respect the rules will not work for you. Because the rules are there to work for you. But if you don't respect them, they're not going to work for you. It's like, if you think about it, if you imagine, right, so one of the things that I'm guilty of doing, that I do quite often, is that if I see a disabled toilet that's available, I will use it. The reason why I use it is because there is a particular physical reason why I will use it. I won't go into detail, but I will use it. And it's kind of like, we're thinking, right, so you're not respecting the fact that that's a space for disabled people. And and they're absolutely right. I don't necessarily need to use that toilet. I'm just doing so just to make life a little bit easier for myself. I'm not disadvantaged I have a deformed left arm, but I'm not disadvantaged to the point where I need to use it. I'm just disadvantaged to the point where it just makes life a little bit easier. I'm disrespecting the rules. And I could effectively be putting somebody who is disabled out, because that space is there for them. It's not there for me, it's there for them. But by me having that lack of respect for my fellow man who might have a bit more of a struggle than I have going on, things aren't going to work as well. They could end up in all sorts of problems. Let's just say, for instance, that one of the reasons why they needed to use the toilet is because it takes them a bit of time in there. And so by me holding them up unnecessarily, it's like that I could be creating a situation where there was a problem where there wasn't a problem before, just simply because of my own lack of respect for the rules. I've been in relationships before where both me and my partner haven't respected each other. Relationships, in hindsight, we were absolutely perfect for each other, but just owing to our own lack of respect for the relationship that we were in, for the situation that we had, for our own lack of respect to that, the relationship was lost. I've known people not respect rules that are in place for their own safety, and it's kind of like they end up tripping themselves up, and it's kind of like it's that lack of respect for them that damn it, train coming in. It's that lack of respect that has ended up causing them injury to themselves. But it's not so much for the reason to have a certain amount of respect. It's not so much for yourself, but because you only succeed when the world around you succeeds. Trying to pull a fast one and not respect the fact that you live in a society, that you need to think outside your own selfish mindset, is where stuff starts to go wrong really badly, really quickly. It's like if you imagine like a game of Monopoly, right? And let's just say that there's 6 people going for a job, right? And to decide who got the job, they thought, right, okay, well, we'll sit these 6 people down and get them to play Monopoly. Let's just say all of them cheated at Monopoly. So you would end up with a winner inevitably, as you always do. But it's like the winner isn't the person who is best for the job. The winner is the person who worked out how to cheat the best way, you know. And that's another thing that really bugs me when I talk about people not respecting the rules. Football, VAR. So people talk about they hate VAR. If football players played by the rules, we wouldn't need VAR. It wouldn't be necessary. Football becomes a game where it's just like who can cheat the best and get away with it. That's not a proper sport. But this is the thing, is that, yeah, if you had that game of Monopoly and so several people are playing it, then what's happening is that you're basically finding a situation where you're ending up with the worst part of it, because there was no respect for the process, no respect for the game, no respect for the rules. And you know, if you want the best out of society, you have to want the best out of your fellow man. And getting the best out of your fellow man, getting the best out of all your men, always starts with respect. You respect other people, you look past your own narrow purview, and you start to want what's best for society. You will get respect. We also need to start punishing disrespect as well, I think. But how we do that and to what degree is a discussion for another time.